Friends, the background of the Roman Catholic Church is the Babylonian priesthood. It has always been part of the Babylonian priesthood. That's why you see the Jesuits and all these other sects, secretive sects, sects, that come out of Catholicism. It's a doctrine of demons. It has always been the doctrine of demons. Oh, Kevin, you shouldn't be saying that about a Christian religion. If in fact it was Christian, I wouldn't be saying it. The fact is, they're not. The Catholic Church is no more Christian than the Mormon Church. The Catholic Church is no more Christian than the Jehovah's Witnesses. It's a false form of Christianity. I don't feel any better, friend, about Baptists, about any of the other so-called religions out there. Because Christianity, true Christianity, is not a religion. It's not an experience. It's not a feeling. It's a new creation. That's what it is. The Catholic Church and the Crusades. Now, for some of you who are Catholic and never heard this, you're about to freak out with what I'm about to tell you now. The Pope's role in the Crusades was to initiate, organize, and promote the military campaigns by providing spiritual justification. Listen. Spiritual justification and offering religious incentives. Starting with Pope Urban II, the papacy used the Crusades to increase its prestige and authority over both secular rulers and Eastern Orthodox Church. The Council of Clermont in 1095, Pope Urban II's speech at the Council of Clermont was the pivotal moment that launched the First Crusade. Responding to an appeal from the Byzantine Emperor, Urban reframed the request into a grand holy war to reclaim Jerusalem for Christians. You know what they did? Do you know what they did? They murdered thousands, hundreds of thousands of Jews in this holy war. This is exactly why the Jews don't like Christianity. This is what they remember. The so-called Church of Jesus Christ coming into Israel, Jerusalem, and murdering hundreds of thousands of people. So yeah, if I was a Jew and had this background and knew about this, I'll be skeptical about the Church of Jesus Christ as well. The popes provided a theological framework for the Crusades, portraying the campaigns as a righteous fight for liberation and defense of Christian lands. We don't have any lands. What did the Bible say about Abraham? Was he looking for Canaan? No. He was looking for a city whose builder and maker is God. What city? The New Jerusalem, not this one on this earth. They cast Christ as a feudal lord whose patrimony had been stolen, calling knights to serve as warriors. That's where the knights come from. Then they come up with this stupid mess right here in order to enrich themselves. The indulgences. The most significant incentive offered by the papacy was a plenary indulgence, which remitted Listen to this stupidity. All penance for sins for those who participated. This was an immensely powerful motivator for medieval warriors who were often deeply aware of their own sinfulness. So what would they do? They would give money because they felt guilty about going around murdering people. And the Pope would promise them that, hey, I can forgive your sins if you pay me. Sound like these prosperity demons today, don't it? Subsequent popes issued papal bulls to announce new crusades, outline their objectives, and grant special privileges to the participants. They bribed people, in other words. Popes also sent legates and preachers across Europe to recruit soldiers and promote the cause among all social classes. As the Crusades progressed, the popes developed more formal methods of funding, such as a special tax levied on the clergy and the sale of indulgences, and is still going on today. Increased papal prestige by mobilizing a combined Western army under a common cause. The Pope strengthened the moral and political authority of the papacy across Europe. A major papal objective was to heal the Great Schism of 1054 and bring Eastern Orthodox Church under papal authority because they broke off. They recognized that the Pope was a demon and not some man of God. No man of God go around murdering women and children and innocent men. This goal was undermined by the Fourth Crusade. Fourth Crusade? Yes. It wasn't one, friends. They did this over and over and over again, which saw Crusaders sack the Christian city of Constantinople and solidify the permanent rift between the two churches. Popes also began to apply the crusading idea to other conflicts, including against heretical groups within Europe. So they turned on their own, such as the Cathars in southern France during the Albigensian Crusade. While the popes initiated the Crusades, they had limited direct control over the military operations in the Holy Land, that is, in Israel. The campaigns were preliminarily led by organized by Europe's feudal nobility, whose own ambition for land and wealth often influenced the events that happened there. They wanted the land for themselves. They didn't care about the Pope. They just want the booty. Popes like Innocent III tried to exert greater control over the campaigns by appointing official legates and organizing recruitment, but often struggled to direct the actions of their own armies far from the battlefield over in Rome. The sack of Constantinople during the Fourth Crusade is a prime example of a papal initiative spinning out of the Pope's control, because he's the one that sent them there, and they burned the city down. The priesthood adopted the attire of the pagan priests of Babylon and other false religion. That's where you see the hats and the garb that they wear. Same mess, folks. Go look up the Babylonian priesthood and compare the way they dress to the Pope in the Roman Catholic Church. Exactly the same.